round about that coming in now, so it just fills the arena enough to make it a good atmosphere. It's a perfect venue to play basketball, same as Newcastle have got there, so games to be watched in those arenas. So the key thing, you know, no McKnight and a lot rests on Armstrong's shoulders, which he's big enough to deal with. He's already shown us that. And we know he's a big game player, but Fletcher will also have a chip on his shoulder. He's you know, been the big dog in the guard spot in this league for many years as he makes that pass right on point to the ball. And you know, he'll be getting at Armstrong this game. Mentally he'll test him, you know, and definitely as a basketball player, he's capable of doing more than that. Nice play coming out early, Dave, as they got really thread the needle on the baseline, and Dennis Defoe with the excellent footwork to finish.
Clark shooting once again for them on Friday against Cheshire, came out very strongly in that fourth quarter, hitting 3 threes to put the Giants in control, and it's not form again tonight.
Yeah, he was exceptional, Dave, and that's an important bucket for me, and if they can get a couple of buckets here, sometimes after a really good performance there's a goal, you know, and it's important to keep that momentum going and get going early. As you can see, you know, a few broken plays, that sometimes happens, you know, when guys have had a really good team performance the game before. You have to love how Jimmy Artisan plays there. He's taken 2 or 3 months to make sure he's getting now that starting role and you know, an added responsibility, and he's just, you can tell he's just up for that, and you know, I love how he plays.
He looked a completely different player on Friday, I thought. Much more confident on the court, both attacking and defensive. Very strong player on Friday.
Yeah, and a tough guy as well. You know, we talk about guys around the league that are tough, that are verbally tough and body language tough, but Gino Artisan is just a tough guy. He did have a bad ankle injury too, if you remember, a few weeks ago, and he didn't practice leading up to that last game, or limited practice, and to play that well and with that intensity and that confidence, you know, big respect to Gino Artisan for that.
Not too sure what the referees were at the table talking about just then.
Oh, great pass, Dan Clark. Jamal Anderson mad at himself. He'll want that 2 back, but you know, great pass by Dan Clark. I would say that the Newcastle Eagles have been traditionally good at moving the basketball side to side, getting the defense shifting, and the Giants are starting to be able to do that on a regular basis. The ball seems to be flowing a lot more. I know, speaking to Dan Clark about practice, the ball seems to be moving a lot better in practice, and any good team, the ball moves a lot.
Didn't see Brandon Peel last time the Eagles were down here for the cup fixture. Back into the Newcastle side for the league season. Always a big presence inside.
Yeah, and it becomes even more important now. A few injuries, and this is a dunk. A few injuries. I mean, look at that. Dan Clark picked that up and playing point forward or point centre, and able to put that right on the money for Jamal Anderson, who isn't going to miss twice. But yeah, going back to Brandon Peel, Dave, you know, ever more important as there's been some injuries. Louis Sayers out with an ankle injury is an important key, and guys like him will be able to come in and add extra firepower. What a tough shot by Person Jr. Just while we have a break, Dave, and we have Person Jr. going to the line, I've got to give a a big mention to Daniel Johnson-Thompson, who last week for the Newcastle Eagles, you know, suffered a season-ending injury, not a career-ending injury. He'll be back, and he'll be back stronger. I know Coach McLeod has been talking about him before the game, saying what a great kid he is, and what attitude he'll have towards coming back. But just as a 22-year-old young man, you know, keep your head up, young fella, and you'll be bigger and stronger. So just yeah, shout out to him if you're watching at home.
3 point from Johnson gives the Eagles a 4-point lead.
Yeah, good job, Josh Steele, doing the little things again, getting inside and mixing it up for the offensive rebound.
Person with his second foul.
And that's big because early on in the season, we know Person Jr. comes in as a scorer, but early on in the season, we've seen different guys score, and he's picked it up a lot during the course of this year with other guys out. So, you know, he's been great.
Foul called on Williams.
Yeah, Josh Steele's movement here causing a few problems for this Newcastle Eagles team. Just a step behind him. He's constantly moving without the ball, and he can post, you know, or he can get out and move on the outside. So drawing a couple of fouls early.
Anderson with the foul. Smile on his face as always.
I know I keep talking about this, but I really love Jamal Anderson's temperament on that court. You know, didn't look like a foul, and in his mind probably wasn't. And you know, to just laugh and play on, next play mentality. You know, so many young players can learn so much off that guy.
It has been noticeable the last couple of games, Giants haven't been picking up the technicals for arguing, which they were on several occasions earlier in the season. You're not going to change the call by arguing.
You're not, Dave, but you know, there's guys like Dan Clark and co. They're emotional players. They play well with emotion. So there's a balancing act they have to do, and it does look like they've massively improved on that. They're not getting at the refs. They're letting the players go, and there must have been a lot of discussions with Coach Lloyd Gardner about that and how they've managed. And you know, very respectful team, play really hard and you know, and get after it. It's good to see. Yeah, nice shot. And a good find by Ramon Fletcher, talking about knowing your personnel. Could have drove in, could have shot the ball himself, could have given it elsewhere, and, you know, knows where his shooter is. Right on the money, a good pass.
So the lead now up to 7. Newcastle continuing where they finished off against Cheshire on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? A very good finish to the game, but unfortunately they let Cheshire get away in that first half.
Yeah, and Cheshire, you know, came in here the other night and were unfortunate to be on the end of a loss to the Giants, but you know, they're much improved too. The point guard they have now at Cheshire is exceptionally good, and you know, as we've spoken before, all these good teams have a great point guard. Now Manchester have theirs in the Magic Man, Tariq Armstrong, but you know, there's some good teams in this league right now, Dave.
Jordan Whelan come in for the Giants.
Yeah, good to see him in early. Will definitely come with energy. Will provide some extra scoring too. Giants looking like they've just blown a couple of those opportunities early on. Very rarely do we see this basketball team only on 5 points with nearly 5 minutes played. Yeah, Artisan will be telling himself, I should have took the first one. You know, hand down, man down, Peel was nowhere, and then Artisan gave him a chance to get back in the play, and that's Darius Defoe's shot all day. Ramon Fletcher conducting this orchestra very well right now. It's great to see him as we're sat courtside. We can see the little things he does.
7-point run.
Great pass.
7-point run from the Eagles.
Okay, maybe a timeout coming. Yeah, right on cue as he calls it. Timeout just to get his guys settled down. They're not doing anything wrong, but seem to have missed a lot at the hoop. Maybe not a lot going to be said. Just give the guys a bit of a chance to settle down if there's a timeout. Yeah, never a bad idea to throw the ball into Dan Clark when times get tough.
Will Saunders back for this game after missing out on Friday. As of course is Jack Hudson.
Yeah, and both of those guys were missed the other day, and that's why it was, to me, an even better performance. Yeah, Dan Clark, ever reliable, but even better performance because you had two main guys in Jack Hudson and Will Saunders out. Yeah, good box out by Jamal Anderson as Tyreek picks up the pieces, and Jordan Whelan will definitely go at you, that's for sure.
Well, there's 3 baskets that could and probably should have been scored by the Giants, would have given us a tight score at 14 apiece, but at the moment 8-14 in favour of the Eagles. Brandon Peel sits down, as does Ramon Fletcher, and into the game comes Johnson and Shelton into the game.
Yeah, interesting mentality as a coach and a basketball player you have to have, because right now the Giants for me are in a great position, and I say that because Newcastle Eagles have shot well. They've made a few threes, they've made elbow jumpers, and the Giants just can't hit anything but playing exceptional basketball. So to still be only a 4-point game and not playing that well, you know, it's a good sign.
Callum Jones came in for the Giants. Good to see him getting more court time as well. Lewis replaced by Clark.
I spoke about briefly the mentality of Callum Jones and what he does, and I think it's sensational to be, you know, in mid-30s, all-time leading scorer for the Giants, to come in and then to sit and not play for the first 2-3 months of the year. And then keep that attitude and keep that confidence, so that when it comes round, you're able to step in and provide not just minutes, but quality minutes, because this guy's still got a lot of life left in basketball. He can still play. Yeah, nice couple of plays by Francois Lewis. A tip there and then a tip out of bounds to save the ball from a 2. As Shelton picked up the rebound. Good play by Francois Lewis. Ooh, would have been a tough shot there by Johnson. Nice pass by Defoe.
Bantu with the foul. Josh Steele comes back in, replacing Saunders. Ramon Fletcher in replacing Yabantu. So back down to a 2-point game.
Nice pass. Great unselfish play by Josh Steele and Callum Jones, both willing to give up the ball for a better shot.
Jones with the foul. Brandon Peel comes back in replacing Defoe for the Eagles.
Francois Lewis active, but like I said, Dave, 4 points down a minute ago, or 2 minutes ago, and then you start making some shots and all, and you're in it. And now it's Newcastle's turn to try weather that storm. Good job by Manchester. And the intensity is there on every play. So Jordan Whelan playing this ball like it's the last play of the game. Callum Jones getting across, getting a hand up and contesting the jumper. Tough shot. Yeah, and that's a good one because that's playing with house money. I mean, Josh Steele just adding on another guy that can get it done. Great move by Shelton. What a jab step. Faced up jab step left and blew by Francois Lewis. Nice play.
Whelan for three, well short.
Yeah, and it's against Jordan's nature to turn that one down. As we saw the ball move very well. And Shelton is having his way a little bit, just ended up losing that ball, but he's been a big impact for Newcastle coming in. But yeah, the ball movement looks great. Guys are giving up open shots to get better shots.
Drive to the line fouled.
Yeah, and that's a guy who knows how to score, knows how to get to the line, knows how to make shots, never loses confidence.
First foul on Shelton. Sorry Lewis Sayer isn't playing tonight. I don't know if you picked up that he's actually played 300 minutes as a forward for Newcastle and not been to the foul line once, which I find quite extraordinary.
Really? Yeah, that's a phenomenal start. But yeah, Lewis Sayer, who's not playing tonight, hurt his ankle against Sheffield, so he's out. But yeah, that's amazing.
In too soon. Once again, score tied.
Yeah, and for me, that's where Tyreek Armstrong, sat down, does hurt you a little bit late in shot clock, because for me, that ball should have been brought out a little bit and something should have been ran. Maybe should have been in the hands of Jamal Anderson and Francois Lewis.
Fletcher looking for the last play of the quarter.
As you can see on the other side, now Fletcher will take the ball and get his way normally as he creates an open shot for the dynamite shooter. Nice pass by Ramon Fletcher.
So 3-point lead going into the second quarter. 20-23 in favour of the Eagles, leading the way for them.
That is, Mike Whelan and his wife, Jordan Whelan's parents and Patrick Whelan's parents. What a day for them. Both of their sons playing in a cup final and will be going at each other. So, that's what I'm looking forward to just as much as the game, Dave.
I did say to you halfway through last season that a lot of people were hoping that Patrick might end up here, and he's certainly made a big impact down at Leicester this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, a phenomenal basketball player. I mean, in ways can do so much, can score, can facilitate, and underrated defender. Picked up Dirk Williams in that game the other day against London, and when I say kept him quiet, that's a tough ask, but did a great job on him, put it that way.
Don't know who Lloyd Garner would have preferred to face, whether it be Riders or Lions, but certainly from my point of view, I'm slightly happier with playing Riders.
Are you?
Even though we've not played them before this season, and we don't know how we'll match up against them.
I'm not so sure. I think Giants are the underdog no matter what, because you've got winning franchise in Leicester. Giants are one of the upcoming franchises. As we look in this arena, and we've got fans, and there's so much more than it was 2 years ago, is this franchise. But then again, knowing Jamie Edwards and what he wants to do, is he'll want to get to a level that Leicester have got to and beyond. But Leicester have been great for a lot of years. London Lions, are a powerhouse in this league, but Leicester is probably, I would say, if I had to name the best team in the league right now, is Leicester Riders. And the scary thing about Leicester Riders is that MVP Gino Crandall last year, like all the greats, Stu has gone away and developed his game. He's shooting a higher percentage from three-point line this year, which has just added to that firepower that the Riders already have.
Foul called on Lewis. Dan Clark comes back in.
If you're tuned in now and you're watching and you want to see some defense, watch Josh Steele. I mean, over balls, over screens, how he fights, how he chases, the angle he gets to when he's containing his defender. It's just a phenomenal player to watch on defense for me. And right there on cue, he comes up with a steal. Good job, Josh.
Good battle between Johnson and Anderson as well. Obviously, teammates down at Leicester Riders a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, and we'll know each other very well. But, talking about Josh Steele, thanks for making me look good, Josh, with a nice steal there. But, yeah, those guys know each other well. I think that brings an extra little bit of intensity to you, Dave, because they'll be still in touch with each other. Tyreek Armstrong showing he can finish with his left and right, whichever way you want it. Nice play by Tyreek. Tyreek should back this one up as he has a mismatch. Yeah, good cut by Jamal Anderson. Kind of bailed Tyreek out there. Usually you would back up and look to start going downhill against the bigger player, but ran out of room, and Jamal Anderson with a sensible cut on the baseline to help him out.
Beal's first foul.
Eagles will be happy, Dave. They've got themselves in a very, very good position. The question is, you really only going 7 deep, as you see Defoe and Person, the younger guys sat on the bench, but Defoe and Person are the two that will come in and everyone will play the lion's share of minutes. So, will that tell in the second half? We shall see, but Newcastle in a good position right here. And there's no more reason than this guy on the ball, Ramon Fletcher. And he's provided exceptional minutes, Shelton.
4 points now for Shelton.
Yeah, kind of in between for Tyreek Armstrong. Do you float the ball? Do you shoot the ball? One of those that he floats normally on the move and just had to come to a standstill and just not in rhythm for him on that shot as he comes up short.
Williams will be angry that his pass was too strong. Down to Shelton.
Yeah, beautiful move by Dan Clark. I mean, it's just not fair sometimes as he catches the ball and bumps Peel out of the way a little bit. We talk about the finesse of Dan Clark, but also he's big and strong and he can mix it with anyone. So,
yeah, shall I go left or right? And then left himself an awful lot of room to go right.
Yeah. Oh, another great finish by Shelton.
Into the game for the first time comes Jack Hudson to replace Armstrong. Defoe back in to replace Shelton.
I'm sure Coach Lloyd Gardner, knowing his guys, will be giving Tyreek Armstrong a couple of extra minutes here and there. Because going into this fourth is going to be a war. Going to be a war against Ramon Fletcher and
Artisan losing control, gets the offensive foul against him. Just across the line in time.
Yeah, good job by Jack Hudson. Great, nice pass. Oh, good foul by Artisan as Peel was going to dunk that basketball, but Jack Hudson picking up Ramon Fletcher full court and knowing the assignment, come in, make him work, make him dribble that ball up court, try get him extra tired because he's going to be he has to play all the minutes. And a good strategy by Lloyd Gardner.
Third foul on Artisan. He's replaced by Saunders.
So no problem going here. Will Saunders out of COVID protocols, coming in and not making on a couple of attempts on the first time he's out here. So I'm going back-to-back threes at some point from Will Saunders to narrow this gap or even edge the Giants further ahead.
Well, I thought we were going to see the first attempt then when he took his step back, but went for the pass inside instead.
Nice move by Josh Steele. Yeah, all in good time, Dave. Will Saunders, we know he stays hot. So he's going to get some looks, I think, in these next few minutes. Great move by Josh Steele with the left hand.
Giants in the penalty. Early in this second quarter. Still 5.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and with 5.5 minutes to go, I mean, you know, we saw the Cheshire game and there were a few calls, you know, a few technicals here and there. You just haven't noticed these three refs already. You know, communication between them is excellent. You know, we know they can get most calls right, which is great. You know, so, and the ones that they get wrong are usually well communicated and well intended. And you know, that's just a point to make, Dave, that this basketball game is a good one, and partially because of the refs.
Yabantu comes back in to replace Johnson.
Yeah, Yabantu giving them some good minutes here. Not usually plays with Louis Sayers and co, but he's coming in and providing a few good minutes rest for Johnson. Yeah, so I told you, Dave, and he's gonna be assertive and he's gonna make shots. And right back at you, Ramon Fletcher. That will always be a problem with that guy on court. No way this ball is being passed, you think, Dave? Oh, he is. So Giants a little bit aware now as the timeout's called. You know, the chance to run a play and get a score. Will Saunders does have the smaller Yabantu on him, who did an excellent job defensively in the post there. But, you know, they might look to try exploit that for one offense at least and try get him an easy score, which will keep him going.
Do we know why we had the Southern crew here on Friday umpiring, refereeing?
The Southern crew?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that they were the Southern crew. No, I didn't. It's not something I'm...
Were out partying or were they COVID confined?
I'm not sure, Dave. I don't know how it works. You may know more than me. I'm not sure who is allocated to ref which games. I do know the three guys who've got now who ref me in the past are exceptionally good at communicating and good referees, and I'm not sure. I don't know, Dave, is the answer to that question. I know I went the long way around with that, but it's usually
good answer.
Usually the case with me, and provided you know useful information either.
Hudson goes for three. Ooh. Saunders said I had the ball, but in fact he did have the ball and was then fouled by Peel. Second foul on Peel. Anderson for three, short.
Good job, Will Saunders, to tip that one out. And the Giants will try get Jamal Anderson in the block here against the smaller Yabantu. Josh Steele's been great. He's been absolutely great. I mean, consistent, looking to score. What breath of fresh air Josh Steele is. Yeah, good defense there by Jack Hudson. You know, Ramon Fletcher will have his way, but can he have it at a cost? And that's the thing. You know, can these Giants make him earn it? He's going to get his. He's going to facilitate well. But like there, can you make him work full court? Can you put him in ball screens? Because an easy day for Ramon Fletcher means a Newcastle W.
Johnson back in. Timeout called by the Newcastle Eagles. So Eagles up by 3 with just 3 minutes 46 remaining in this first half. Very different Eagles display to what we saw down here in the Cup.
Yeah, and back then, though, Dave, these teams were new. They were, you know, getting to know each other. Guys coming in for Newcastle that were new guys, getting to know the culture and the system. Also, the Giants had that too, but you know, Newcastle, as any good team, took a punch and have come back.
Obviously, the loss of McKnight, a big loss for the Giants. He was the leading scorer for the Giants, 286 points in his 19 appearances this season. But it's giving the British guards their chance to really show themselves off tonight, isn't it? And when you have a GB guard like Steele, where you have the experience of Callum Jones and the total enthusiasm and dedication of Jordan Whelan to go out there and give his best all the time, I mean, you have your replacements already there, don't you?
Yeah, and in many ways these guys are not replacements. So a nice play from out of bounds. Dan Clark gets an open one, and Will Saunders again being active, and this one's down. There's your 2 threes, and there we back at 35 each. It's great to know, Dave, that a guy's going to come in and just make shots. You know, long gone are the days where we say that guy's going to come in and rebound. Well, Saunders is going to come in and knock down shots. Yeah, good defense by Jamal Anderson to go straight up. Unlucky, Josh Steele just couldn't get that ball above the rim. But you look at Ramon Fletcher now; he's playing exceptionally well, but he's expending his energy as he comes back, and he'll try get open. He'll try get this ball as he goes back. You know, it's a tough ask. Good tip by Shelton. A tough ask for him to just carry this franchise on his shoulders for so long a period. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Clark up to 10 points.
And this is what, you know, Neil McKelvey, you know, a good friend of mine, but, you know, running down this sideline, Clark is chirping at him. Neil doesn't bat an eyelid, understands that it's an emotional game, and just keeps on running. You know, Dan Clark allowed to have his say and allowed to vent a little bit, and you know, referee McKelvey just, you know, managing that situation once again.
Williams picking up his second foul with a little push.
You know that doesn't bother you as a player if you shoot an air ball like that. You know, when the crowd shouts air ball, it's just a miss.
It's just a miss.
It is just a miss, you know. An air ball or a miss shot is just still a miss shot. As he moves on, and he's still probably shooting 50% from the three for this game, I'm guessing. You're looking at now, Dave, aren't you, whether he's shooting 50%?
We will look to see what he's shooting.
Yeah, I thought you might, yeah. If I'm right, Dave, it's 1-0 to me. If I'm right. This game, not in the season, this game.
This game?
Yeah. 50% from 3, Dan Clark, no? 1 for 2?
50%, 2 for 4.
2 for 4? Oh, right, okay. Not bad. 1-0 me, Dave, and stats.
good. D again from Steele.
Yeah, and that's a couple of players, Jamal Anderson and Josh Steele, have eliminated, you know, that would have been easy scores. So, you know, way to get back and, you know, just contest.
Well, you've played at a high level, and you say that the crowd shouting "air ball" doesn't make any difference. I think it was noticeable how much the crowd were making their noise in the last 2 games down here at Bellevue, and I think the players did respond.
Yeah, I mean, great shot, Jordan Whelan, and a great pass to put that one on point. But yeah, and you hear what you want to hear is what I'm saying to you. You know, and someone who shoots the basketball as well as Dan Clark is not going to worry about negative noise. But you do feed off the energy of the fans. You know, you definitely feed off, you know, the noise level and even the body language of some fans. You know, they're more or less like part of the team in some respects, and that's what's becoming backcourt, good call. That's what's becoming exceptional about this playing in this building. You know, it's going to be a tough place to come and play.
I'm not sure the ball did actually cross back over the line there.
Yeah, he didn't cross, but Tyreek Armstrong jumping from the backcourt into the front court and then catching the ball mid-air.
So timeout called. 40-38 in favour of the Giants. Their first lead with that 3-pointer from Whelan since opening couple of minutes when Giants were up 5-4.
Yeah, so we have a little break here, Dave, in play, and if I can, please, I'd just like to talk about Tavius McKnight, who was a joy to watch for me. A great person to talk to, interviewing, was a bubbly guy, fitting well with the guys by all accounts, and in this day and age he goes on for personal reasons. Me and you are not the people to judge why or how that came across, but in terms of, you know, a basketball player and someone I've come across, you know, thank you, Tay McKnight, for what you've done for this Giants team, and on the flip side of that, you know, the Giants will move on quickly. You know, you lose your main scorer, but sometimes that just means you have more scorers. And I think going back to the point, what Lloyd Gardner understands and what has always been very good in our game is the teams that have a strong UK base. And you've got Jordan Whelan and, you know, David Ulf, who hasn't seen a minute yet, but he's ready to play. Jamal Anderson, Josh Steele, Dan Clark. You know, this is a strong team because of not only the English guys but the exceptional talent that they have. You know, and this is by no means a downgrade. You know, having guys like Jordan Whelan, who's an established great basketball player, Will Saunders. You know, these guys are good basketball players. So, you know, that it's good that the Giants have quickly, in an unselfish way, you know, moved on quickly and look forward to maybe better things to come in these next few months. But big shout out to Tay McKnight, and I'm sure he'll do well in whatever he does next.
Anderson picks up his second foul.
And then adding to that English core, you know, you've got Armstrong, who's a, you know, exceptional player who brings that control and that ability to, you know, get his shot when he wants to, as he just makes me look bad and turns the ball over.
Fletcher nearly with the Hail Mary shot, but the game tied at 40 apiece as we finish that first.
I haven't seen it.
Well, they did it during their practice. It's their fault.
Yeah, Defoe tried to go at Clark earlier on in the first half, as he does there, and draws the foul, I think, on Artisan. But yeah, Darius Defoe being assertive early. very rarely do you see the ball thrown in now to the big man and letting him go to work. I know he's just on many teams that I've played in, the ball, it was insisted that the ball went inside early on to get the big guy going, and it seems to be the plan of Newcastle to do that as well.
First foul on Clark.
The opening of the third quarter is so important to me, Dave, because Newcastle not playing as deep as the Giants. You would imagine that the Giants will be fresher at the end of this game, but if the Newcastle Eagles can get a bit of momentum and get up a little bit in this game, they're so good at keeping that lead. Oh, nice pass by Josh Steele. Armstrong with the feathery touch on the other side to finish with the left. Nice pass. Giants dodge one there, as that's a guy you don't want to get going. Johnson, who's capable of dropping between 20 and 30. Oh, what a nice play. Love how he protects the ball, sometimes with the other side of his body, just to get it away and extend from the defense. Any commitment to blocking that would have been a foul. Tyreek Armstrong thought that defense went under his feet as he shot the basketball there, but Lamont Fletcher the beneficiary with the open layup. Nice.
I think we saw that coming from a long way out.
Yeah, Dan Clark playing point centre again, handling the ball at the top of the key. Kind of knows that he can get by Darius Defoe from there, and I'm looking to see him being assertive from the top of the key against Defoe. Nice play by Josh Steele to avoid the contact as well. Yeah, good call. Another example of not forcing the shot. Josh Steele penetrates and gets himself in a good position in the middle. Doesn't force the jumper, kicks it out, and then Jamal Anderson makes the extra pass, trying to get his buddy Artisan going in the post. So sharing the ball. And as we know, Dave, sharing is caring, and this Giants team have had that in abundance in this last few games especially.
Third foul on Peel sends Artisan to the line.
I think the importance of, maybe Callum Jones and Jack Hudson's going to be massive going forward. We've seen Ramon Fletcher just walk the ball up. Tyreek Armstrong playing extended minutes is not going to always pick him up 90 feet from the bucket. But I think coming in, Jack Hudson will be able to do that. Great move by Darius Defoe as he Fred Flintstones on the baseline with the tiptoes and finger rolls the ball in. Nice play. And anything you can do, I can do a little bit better. Tyreek Armstrong, great move as he kisses the ball off the glass.
6 points from Armstrong this third quarter. .4 seconds left on the shot clock. Cheap foul. Person will go to the line for 3. Came into the game shooting 81% from the line. Has missed a couple tonight, but 3 in succession there. Actually gives him 6 from the line this evening.
Newcastle's press after foul shots we haven't seen. We're used to seeing them do it. We haven't seen yet in the game as we see that for the first time. But it's kind of a nice shot down Clark. It's kind of a press to slow the game down. It's not a press where they're going to run and jump a lot and get after you. But it definitely slows momentum of the Giants down. And nice shot by Dan Clark. Yeah, and I like that. I like the close out by Armstrong. You're not just going to stand there and beat me with a jumper. Great pass. Good job. Yeah, and this is where if you're watching this game and you love basketball, watch these refs talk about this and communicate. May have been a wrong call, may have not, but they're going to talk about this, and they're going to sort this out. Yeah, exceptional. Are you happy with the call? Do you think you got it right? Yes, we are. Move on.
Josh Steele replaced by Will Saunders. 5 minutes 45. How long will it take him to put that 3 up?
Not long. The bigger ask is, can he contain Person Jr., who right there shows that I'm one, and that's the bigger thing. Can Will Saunders come in and can he guard? Because Josh Steele, we know, is relentless on defense, and you know, Person, you said earlier, had 5 points in the first half. The one reason is the man of steel, who was on him and didn't let him get going. And you know, Will Saunders is known for his shooting and competes defensively, but you know, Person will be thinking, okay, I can start going at Manchester a little bit now.
4th foul on Artisan. He sits down.
As they go into that press to just slow this game down a little bit, not running and jumping, just backing up a little bit to slow the speed of the game now.
Anderson able to grab hold of the ball even though it was behind his back. Lewis.
Yeah, and interviewing Francois Lewis after the last game, I spoke so much about the high-low, about when to flash. Dan Clark can't get the ball. There he is on point, making the right decision once again. Good shot, Francois Lewis.
Once again, Giants in the penalty early in the quarter. 2nd foul on Lewis. Tied at 53. Beautiful
Beautiful spacing by the big fella. You Tyreek Armstrong with a nice pass and patience and spacing by Francois Lewis.
Foul on Shelton, that's his second foul. Peel comes back in to replace him.
And Shelton is a high energy guy who, good timeout by McLeod, knowing his guys, but Shelton is a high energy guy who is an emotional guy, and too important, should I say, to this team to be picking up those little fouls, and he'll be going out there hopefully thinking for the Newcastle Eagles that don't pick up another quick one, because with 7 guys, guys can't pick up wasted fouls.
Steele on 3 fouls, Artisan on 4 for the Giants, with Anderson and Lewis on a couple. For the Eagles, Peel has 3 fouls, Shelton, Williams and Person have a couple each. So it'll be sideline to the Giants. Air conditioning's working well again tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, very cold in here. Oh, and we've seen Jamal. Oh, nice. We've seen Jamal Anderson do that a couple of times in the game before. He knows, he's amazing to me. He's an amoeba. He can guard the point guard. He can post up. Tremendous basketball player. Yeah, Dan Clark didn't want any part of that, going away all the way away from home. Guarding Ramon Fletcher was not in the agreement, as he's able to make an open 15-footer. Nice finish by Tyreek.
8 points this quarter from him. Well, the biggest lead we've seen so far came from the Eagles with 9 points. Giants' biggest lead was 4 a couple of times.
Beautiful. Beautiful play by Francois Lewis, and a great decision there by Armstrong. But, this guy's feeling it. Person Jr. is feeling it. And Tyreek Armstrong, keep walking, because Ramon Fletcher will try get under your skin. He'll try, as he's over here talking to Armstrong.
Why did you run straight into me?
Good to see 2 elite point guards though going at each other. Both healthy respect for each other, but don't want to give an inch.
Well, it took the best part of 3 minutes. Johnson with the foul.
Saunders. See, guarding Saunders there, even on the fast break, knowing you have to have a hand up, and he's able to just change direction and keep the defense honest.
4th foul on the Eagles this quarter.
And he's been active on the offensive glass as Will Saunders. Kept a lot of plays going in the first half, and there he is with just comes up short on the tip. Nice pass by Johnson, an extra one for Darius before to finish. Good play by the Eagles.
Foul called on Defoe.
Yeah, and this is a test of Tyreek Armstrong's temperament. We know how good he is as a basketball player, and we also can see right now that he's not being rattled. You know, Darius Defoe, a veteran in this game. You know, Ramon Fletcher, he's always got his back, and you know, Darius just sticking one on the little Armstrong there, and just making a point. You always need a good big guy like that, Dave. But if we judge in size by heart, then no one's bigger out there than Tyreek Armstrong as he makes this free throw.
Moves to 14 points.
Ah, that's a great move. Oh, good steal by Will Saunders. The Giants with one too many options. Nice move by Francois Lewis. Are we going to raise that play, Dave?
Yeah.
We can go back in time, but it's probably the only. I'm glad Will Saunders fouled because it gives us a little break. A little bit of Keystone Cops there going back and forth, but what a great play by Tyreek Armstrong as he goes baseline, and Will Saunders will be mad because he got the steal and then gave up the open three and it came to nothing. But for me, Dave, I'd like to see this game going a bit faster, and I'm sure Lloyd Gardner and his team would, but it's tough because the Newcastle Eagles are hanging in there and keeping this game going at their speed, and they're making shots which is once again hard to run on, and I'd like to see this game being pushed even after scores. They pick up slightly full court, but maybe three-quarter court just to slow these Giants down. Nice move, Jordan Whelan. So good at using the jumping off the off foot and using the offhand, and great finish by Jordan. And here we go. Let's push now. See now, maybe one shot.
8-second difference between the shot and time.
So I'd look at coming left because you can't help off Will Saunders. Tyreek knows where he is, but there's going to be no help. Oh, nearly went down.
So we finished the third quarter with the Giants up by 4, 67-63. Big. No, I'm sorry. I think you were saying, give me the ball.
Yeah, you saw it, Dave. Yeah, you did.
I was just sorry that the video camera was still being set up at that stage. Foul call on Whelan. That's his second foul.
Yeah, and Jack Hudson, like I said, massively important role now. Can you keep the ball out of Ramon Fletcher's hands a little bit? Very tough ask, as we know how good he is. but can you limit the touches? Can you pick him up full court? Can you grind him down slightly? Oh, nice shot by Peel. But that'll be Jack Hudson's assignment coming into this game.
Well, personally, I'd rather have him take the three-point shot again than go to the line for 3 shots. But we'll see how he goes on.
Are you insinuating that he's going to miss any of these, Dave?
Shake, rattle and roll, but it did find its way in. Yeah, it's all 3 to give Giants 5-point lead, the biggest lead of the night.
Yeah, and don't doubt Will Saunders. You're better than that, Dave. You know that guy's always locked and loaded, ready to score. Yeah, good job by Jack Hudson, as we see, denying the ball up top, and that causes the moving screen. But yeah, denying the ball from Ramon Fletcher, making him go back door, making it more difficult. Good job, Jack Hudson.
3rd foul on Fletcher. Timeout called. So the Giants up by 5 with just under 9 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter.
So like you said, Dave, now is the biggest gap at 5 that we've seen, and Giants able to set something up here which possibly will extend that lead to 7 or 8, and in respects in this game, that's quite a big gap. So, you know, I'm sure Lloyd Garner will be talking about a couple of things. It'll be, can we get score, stop, score, and can we get a good shot on this opening play? And I think, you know, you may set some daylight between these two teams. Newcastle look a little bit tired, as can be expected, and you know, might knock them a little bit. So important couple of plays coming up here.
Newcastle did have a 9-point lead at one stage in that 1st quarter, and I think that would be about 5 minutes into the game, perhaps, when they were up 14-5. In fact, no, it was earlier than that. It was no, exactly 4.5 minutes into the game, and since then it's been no more than basically 5 points between them. More often, just a couple, and it's been tied on so many occasions.
Yeah, just shuffled the feet a little bit. He knows it too, you know, just with the step away. Thought about making the pass to Francois Lewis and just shuffled his feet. Tough play as there was daylight, and you know that usually means a bucket if there's daylight for Will Saunders. Look at Jamal Anderson picking this ball at full court. Oh, great play, Francois Lewis. And that's been the story of Francois Lewis, pardon the pun as a writer. That's been the story of Francois Lewis these last couple of games. Right place, right time. Invaluable.
I thought you were going to say poetry in motion.
Poetry in motion. Brilliant, Dave. Oh, here we go. And now slight daylight between these two teams at 10 points. And, you know, this is big because can Newcastle, as tired as Ramon Fletcher is, you know, and Jack Hudson doing a great job on him, look, as tired as he is, can they come back and respond?
And yes, they can.
You know, and again, it's that guy, Ramon Fletcher, turning the corner and able to hit Williams, and that's a real big shot for them.
First points from Williams since the first.
Speaking about big shots, no one bigger than Will Saunders, as he just says, no, we're keeping this at 10.
First points from Williams since the first quarter, and that's is quickly followed by Saunders' third 3 of the night.
Yeah.
Making up for the one they missed from the timeout. Good performance from him, as always.
Yeah, and always ready. You know, I go on about, I'm a big fan, I go on about him a lot, but, you know, he's going to have his moments as well going forward in this season. And, you know, he'll soon be known as Big Shot Bill because, you know, he's going to make shots that mean a lot to this franchise.
Well, I hope they're going to generate some heat in here. Just so glad I brought my top with me.
This is not a reflection of our age, Dave. I hope not, but I've thought the same. I think, you know, when you're thinking, oh, I hope it's going to get a bit warmer in here.
Well, I came in suffering from a cold today, and this has not helped. But having said that, I haven't sneezed or need to blow my nose that much either, so it's not making it any worse, although it certainly feels worse. So 7 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Giants up by 10. The crowd starting to get really behind the Giants. And I have to say, very good support from the Eagles fans who've travelled down. They're on both sides of the court and certainly making their presence known tonight.
Nice split by Darius Defoe out of the timeout, coming in and, you know, Person Jr. able to deliver that ball on point, and Darius Defoe with a nice catch.
Anderson with his third foul.
Yeah, which is big. And I tell you why it's big, because he's an extra weapon to guard Ramon Fletcher. He's an extra player to come and you know, at his size, make things difficult for Fletcher. So, you know, him moving to 3 fouls is a luxury that they might not have that moving forward. Jack Hudson, by the way, doing a tremendous job.
Defoe up to 14 points.
Yeah, we just hope both guys get up from this. No, Francois Lewis looked like he's injured his hand, but gets up, which is good to see him walk out. Maybe injured his hand, but you know, nothing sinister. Just 2 guys coming together.
Lewis being told he has to sit down by the referee. I think he was wanted to continue.
Jack Hudson going out, and I'm sure the decision of the coaching staff of Manchester, I'm sure they will have been thinking, do we leave Jack, you know, guarding? He's done a great job on Fletcher. Hasn't stopped him by any means, but has limited him in some ways. But then again, do you keep the Magic Man sat down for that long? And that's the tough thing you got to juggle and make these decisions as a coach. Hopefully it'll be the right one and Tyreek can have his spell and take this game out of reach.
On 16 points, 14 of those came in that third quarter. Another steal.
Yeah, great job by Peel. That's a couple of open scores he's got. Get to the foul line and then able to score and keeping these Newcastle Eagles in it. This is why they've won so many trophies.
Travel called on Anderson. I think that's 3 turnovers in succession.
Yeah, lovely demeanour of Jamal Anderson. He just moves on to the next play. Josh Steele will come in and guard. Come in and guard Williams as Jordan Whelan sticks with Person Jr.
So it was 10, now 4.
You have to give Newcastle credit. I mean, like I keep saying, they're down to 7 guys. And the way they played in this basketball game, they've just competed on every single play, and they're right there. Oh, nice catch. Oh, unlucky. Maybe wasn't intended for Jordan Whelan, but ended up in his hands and unable to finish.
Felt Clark perhaps had the time to catch that rather than bat it away, but
yeah, but went with the decision to tip it as it was going around the rim, as you can do now. He's tipped the ball out, and it just didn't pay off for the Giants.
Peel replaced by Shelton.
Yeah, and this is a good guy coming in at this point as well, because he will compete in these tough situations.
Shelton needing a bit of attention. Sorry, Peel needing a bit of attention.
Yeah, good move by Dan Clark. Defoe definitely moving forward and gives up the foul. But you know, to me, the game is like a bit of a chess game going forward now. And you know, Darius Defoe, you know, definitely a competitive defender. But Jamal Anderson there has him one-on-one and can get by him whenever he wants to do so. So, you know, that should, for me, moving forward, put Darius Defoe in those ball screens, especially if he's guarding Dan Clark, and make him play, see if they can get a switch. Maybe Tyreek Armstrong going against him, who's able to just get by him and create for himself or others.
4 Eagles players on 3 fouls: Defoe, Peel, Williams and Fletcher. That's a foul on Josh Steele. That's his 4th foul. He and Artisan are on 4 apiece for the Giants. Armstrong slowing it down.
Yeah, good job going the ball screen with Dan. Like I said, you know, Darius Defoe being put in a situation where he's out of his comfort zone, and Tyreek Armstrong able to go at him.
Johnson back on to replace Williams.
Jamal Anderson will be all aware of how deadly Johnson can be. He's same as Will Saunders, capable of just making a couple of threes to totally swing this game. Eagles dodge a bullet there, you know. Makeable shot there by Tyreek Armstrong and just comes up short.
Defoe travels.
Yeah, and good help by Dan Clark as he went over and doubled the ball, and then a good rotation there by Jamal Anderson. But good job by Dan Clark getting it out of the scorer's hands in Johnson.
Defoe just started off by thinking, shall I shoot it? But I'm just outside of my range. I need to go inside. And
well, usually he does. Usually that's his shot. Usually that comes after, you know, guys have rotated and Defoe has that open shot and he's accustomed to making them.
I think it was probably a metre, 2 meters outside his range.
You reckon, Dave? I'm sure he'll shoot the next one when he gets the chance. Nice pass, Jordan Whelan. Oh, tough look. Great pass there, Jordan Whelan, as he was driving right, looked everybody else off and put that right one there on the money for Dan Clark, who'll be disappointed he didn't finish the and-one.
Shelton now on 3 fouls as well. Giants back up to 7 in front.
Yeah, big shot by Person.
His second 3 of the evening.
Yeah, just like his dad back in those Phoenix days, making big shots. Keeping this Newcastle Eagles team alive. Yeah, broken play there. Just Jordan Whelan and Will Saunders couldn't get control of that ball, and the right play just didn't execute it well. Tough shot by Johnson. Good use of the body there, just moving the defender off. Able to come back and shoot the floater. Nice move.
And once again, we're back down to a 2-point game. Foul on Fletcher, that's his 4th foul and the 5th on the Eagles this quarter.
And it's only big if you go into overtime. For me, is that foul. But the Giants should smell blood here. They should be able to get this one. You know, a steady diet for me, like I've said many a time, has to be Armstrong with the ball if Fletcher is guarding him, and putting Dan Clark if Defoe is guarding him in that ball screen, and then looking at can they get a mismatch and can they get some advantage from that. Josh Steele cannot extend it to a 2-shot game.
Offensive foul called.
Yeah, and that one's been coming, David. She's moved quite a lot on those. It's not a great one to pick up at this stage of the game, but that one has been coming.
Defoe's 4th foul. Eagles in possession, so it's not a trip to the line.
Oh, great rebound. That's a massive rebound by Will Saunders, and he knows it too. You know, he's coming in the first half and got a few boards. I mean, how many rebounds does he have, Dave? Are we aware of that? Because he's come in and got a few rebounds in the first half, and then he's got like 2 or 3, and they seem to all be offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's got 8, of which 4, 5 are offensive.
5 offensive rebounds. I mean, you look at this ball game, and right now it's 4 points, could be 5, will be 5, and you think, well, that's 5 extra shots they've got from Will Saunders as offensive rebounding.
So 5-point game, 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
Tough play after tough play. All these shots that the Eagles are making are contested. The guys are staying in front, they're making them make tough shots, and they're just hanging in there. What a basketball team. Yeah, and I like this action. I like that Armstrong and Clark can go, and I like that Jamal Anderson can make the extra pass, and you can count this. Oh! Don't be fooled by the plassiness of Dan Clark. That is a monster dunk. And that is an emphatic way to get your foot one, get one of you. I'm excited, Dave. That was an exceptional play.
Yeah, let me just work out how to turn the headphones down a little bit, will you?
I mean, those guys are watching on TV. If you can see us where we're commentating, you know, I stood up and jumping around. You know, it's not often a commentator does that. So thanks, Dan Clark, for turning me into a fan for that split second. A tremendous dunk. Yeah, Ramon Fletcher's battled extremely hard in this game, and he has to be tired. He's played probably 35 plus minutes and handled the ball against pressure from Jack Hudson and going against Tyreek Armstrong, who's put him in nearly every ball screen there's been. You know, and Ramon Fletcher, you know, not by his standards, he will be going out saying, I haven't played as well, but you know, he's putting a solid effort. So a long time left, Dave. What do you think?
Timeout called, and first thing we need to say is Giants need to get the ball in play, which earlier in this season we might have said might not be the easiest thing in the world, but
don't do that, Dave.
They have improved.
Yeah, you better than that, Dave. Don't go there.
Advance or not advance?
I'd advance. I'd advance for the simple. Oh, yeah, it's a good. I
wouldn't. I'd use the whole time and not even worry about getting the shot off.
Yeah, just throwing it the last second.
Yep. And if Eagles want to foul you, let them foul you.
I'm reluctant to say this, Dave, but you're making a lot of sense here.
26.6 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Let's see what Coach Gardner goes with. See if he's on your basketball level, Dave. And he is. They're going to put the ball in from out of bounds, which, like you say, against Sheffield didn't prove fruitful, but they foul early.
Foul early and get an elbow for the effort of it as the foul caught Saunders' arm as he was moving the ball round.
Yeah, I think Johnson took an elbow. We'll hope he just gets up in a second and he's okay. And he is okay, but just took an inadvertent elbow.
Good to see Saunders go over and shake his hand. Totally unintentional.
Yeah, Will Saunders is not that guy. He's not someone who would do that intentional at all, and just one of those players where he's trying to commit the foul and just takes the elbow unintentionally.
That's 6 from the line from Saunders this quarter. Saunders up to 15 points, and the quick 3 attempt from the Eagles misses. Saunders holds the ball out.
Nearly throws it away.
Yeah, nearly into the hands of Williams.
Another great win for these Giants, Dave. I mean, another gritty performance too.
So Giants take the game 88-82, a thoroughly enjoyable, entertaining game, close game throughout. Eagles hanging in there after Giants at one stage